While everyone's headed off to Sonoma and Napa, dealing with the crowds, paying top dollar, there's a hidden wine country just 45 minutes from San Francisco. Trust me, after you hear this, you're going to want to pack your bags and head out to Livermore, especially if you love wine. So today we're diving into why Livermore could be the smartest choice for you, whether you're looking for a new place to live or you're simply just into wine. Let's dive into it. All right, let's start with something that's going to blow your mind. Livermore's wine history goes all the way back to 1760s, where Spanish missionaries planted the first grapes. But here's the cool part. By 1846, Robert Livermore himself was growing grapes that would turn Livermore into a wine country powerhouse. Now, a fun fact most people don't know. In the early 1800s, three visionaries named Charles Wetmore, C.H. Wente, and James Kincannon started the Valley's first commercial wineries. And just 8 years later, in 1889, Livermore Wines won America's very first international gold medal at the Paris Exposition. So just think about that. While other California wine regions were still finding their footing, Livermore was putting California on a global wine map. But the innovation doesn't stop there. Livermore was actually the first to bottle Sauvignon Blanc and Petit Syrah. And in 1936, they introduced America's first commercially labeled Chardonnay. And speaking of innovation, wait until you see the housing here that makes you also feel like you're in Napa Valley, but more on that in a minute. But back to the wine, here's the part that gets me really excited. Nearly 80% of California's Chardonnay vines come from right here, a clone that was created at Wente Vineyards. Pretty cool, right? And we're not just talking about a random wine region with history. We're talking about the birthplace of California wine history and a legacy that still lives on today. And that brings us to wineries themselves and why they are drawing wine lovers from all over the world. Let's start with one of the most popular, Wente Family Vineyards. Established in 1883 by C.H. Wente on just 47 acres, Wente is America's oldest continuously family-owned winery. And when I say continuously, I mean through Prohibition, 2 world wars, economic downturns, you name it. The family has been perfecting their craft for over 140 years now. But here's what makes Wente really special. They developed the famous Wente clone of Chardonnay and preserved Sauvignon Blanc Clone 1. They were also pioneers in the nighttime mechanical harvesting and sustainable farming practices that are now standard in the industry. And get this, they opened up California's first public tasting room in 1966. Today, it's an amazing destination tasting room with a restaurant and golf course. Now let's talk about Kincannon Vineyard, founded in 1883 by Irish immigrant James Kincannon. It is the second largest winery in the valley, producing 30,000 cases per year. But here's the fascinating part. Kincannon was the first to bottle Petit Syrah in 1961. And they were also the first to label Cabernet Sauvignon and the Riesling variety. And in the 1960s, Kincannon worked with UC Davis to develop Cabernet clones 7, 8, and 11. And today, those clones make up 80% of California's Cabernet plantings. So next time you're sipping a Cabernet from Napa or Paso Robles, there's a very good chance that you are tasting Livermore's genetic contribution to California wine. Speaking of California, I'll show you how many families are settling into neighborhoods with top-rated schools that are just walking distance to some of these very famous wineries. But let's get back to the wineries themselves first. Beyond these heritage wineries, Livermore now has over 40 wineries, from small producing boutique wineries to large production wineries like the ones we just spoke of. And the boutique scene is thriving here as well, with my favorites like Retzlaff and Page Mill Winery. These small producers really keep that personal connection that you just can't get at mega wineries. Oftentimes, you can walk into the tasting room and talk to the winemakers directly themselves. And speaking of personal connections, let's talk about downtown Livermore and what it has to offer that makes our community so special. Now, here's something that makes Livermore really stand out amongst other California wine destinations. You got an incredible downtown that's completely walkable and full of character within minutes of the wineries. It's 8 blocks of beautifully preserved historic buildings mixed in with modern developments. All close enough to walk on foot, and trust me, you will want to walk because every block is full of something that you'll want to discover. The restaurant scene is amazing. You got La Conda Wine Bar serving up delicious Italian-inspired dishes. You've got Range Life with its locally sourced farm-to-table menu, and Swirl on the Square, where you can enjoy casual tapas and wines from all over our region and others as well, right while you hear live music in the square. And what makes these spots so special is they're not trying to be overly fancy or pretentious like you see sometimes in other wine regions. They focus on great food, excellent wine, and a very welcoming vibe that keeps the locals so happy. The cultural scene is pretty cool here too. You got the Bankhead Theater that opened up in September of 2007 that hosts everything from Broadway-style shows to intimate concerts. Having that kind of cultural programming in a town this small is truly remarkable. And there's much more. The annual wine festival draws in over 150,000 visitors each year. And every third Thursday, our farmers market has Thirsty Thursdays, which brings in vendors from local wineries where locals get to sip on their favorite wine while enjoying live music and shopping around our farmers market. And there's a holiday parade that brings the entire community together. And on summers here, we have Tuesday Tunes that turn Tuesday evenings downtown to a concert in the park. Now imagine just living a few minutes from all this, and I'll show you what the neighborhoods are like here in just a second. But first, let me tell you about Blacksmith Square because I'm not done with downtown yet. Blacksmith Square is a super cool spot in a historic building where you got a beer tap room on one side and a wine tasting room on the other side, and you can sample tastings from both and come outside and enjoy them at tables together while they play live music. It really is such a cool spot to be. And the Carnegie Library is now home to the Livermore Heritage Guild Museum. It gives you a deep look into the area's history. But what strikes me most about downtown Livermore is how authentic it feels. There isn't this manufactured wine experience. It really is a cool community vibe right in the middle of our wine country feel. And that's exactly the authenticity that expands into the lifestyle and feel for living here that's drawing families from all over the Bay Area. Let's check it out. And this to me is where Livermore really shines. The quality of life here is just outstanding. We're talking about that classic California lifestyle that's just getting harder and harder to find. Let's start with the outdoor activities here. You've got Sycamore Grove Regional Park that has amazing hiking and biking trails all surrounded by beautiful oak trees. And the Iron Horse Trail runs right through town, connecting neighborhoods to parks that you can walk or bike anywhere. And for families, this is huge. Livermore has top-rated schools like Granada High School and Mendenhall Middle School, and community parks such as Max Bear Park with baseball fields, playgrounds, and dog areas, so there's something for everyone. The community events are fantastic here too. Livermore is home of the Livermore Rodeo, dubbed the world's fastest rodeo, and has been around for over 100 years. And every Thursday and Sunday, you can hit the Livermore Downtown Farmers Market for local finds. The Sunday Farmers Market runs all year long, and the Thursday Farmers Market runs through the summer months. And here's something really innovative. Livermore has a Wine Heritage District program designed to support regional marketing and education, showing a community that values its wine history while embracing smart growth and development. But what excites me the most about the lifestyle here in Livermore is how it really combines historic charm with modern amenities. You could literally be strolling through a vineyard by morning and be watching a show at the Bankhead Theater by night. You could hike historic trails on the weekend and be in San Francisco during the week for work. It's a perfect mix of country living while still being connected to major Bay Area cities that's getting harder and harder to find. And when it comes to making this lifestyle your own, the housing options are pretty amazing here. When you see what's available in Livermore compared to other wine regions, you are going to be amazed. Let's start with South Livermore. This area is spectacular. We're talking large estates on big lots with panoramic views. These are more than just houses, they truly are lifestyle properties. You got upscale homes on quiet cul-de-sacs right next to Sycamore Grove Park, and the median home price for these homes is about $2.1 million. And when you compare that to Napa or Sonoma, that's actually an incredible value. Up next, Sunset West, a neighborhood full of character and charm. Built between 1958 and 1969 by Sunset Homes, you've got mid-century style homes on big lots with tree-lined streets. The single-story homes sit on lots from about 6,000 to 7,000 square feet. There's no HOA fees here, and the median home price in this area is about $1.2 million. Downtown Livermore has a totally different vibe, from condos starting in the low 500,000s and historic homes that line the downtown streets that go up to the low 2 million range. You can live within walking distance to restaurants, wine tasting rooms, and community events, all right here. It's urban wine country living at its finest. And for families, North Livermore has some amazing subdivisions. These homes have excellent access to top-rated schools, close proximity to the freeways, and the average home prices in North Livermore ranges right around $1 million. And for buyers looking for new construction, Ardeo at Arroyo Crossings is new construction coming in that has amazing 3-level properties complete with amazing amenities like pools and a clubhouse. Their homes are built for modern California living with wine country views and are starting at around $750,000. But what makes Livermore's housing market so attractive is its variety. Whether you're a first-time buyer looking for a condo or a family seeking a ranch-style home, or maybe someone looking for a more sophisticated luxury-style estate, Livermore truly has it all. And the best part is that you're just 45 minutes away from San Francisco. The value here is incredible. You get wine country living, excellent schools, an amazing community, and a downtown that's full of vibrancy. And all for prices much more accessible than Napa and Sonoma. Looking ahead, I'm more convinced than ever that Livermore is one of California's best kept secrets. And I also believe that it's one of California's smartest investments right now. You got this amazing mix of established wine heritage, growing recognition in the industry, a strong community feel, and real estate that still makes sense. But what makes Livermore so exciting is how the community sees its future growth while still preserving its historic charm. The Wine Heritage District I mentioned earlier shows thoughtful planning that respects the area's history while embracing innovation. New developments like Arroyo Crossings are bringing fresh energy while still keeping that character that makes Livermore so special. And the location near San Francisco is huge. People can still commute to work if they have to, but get a home where they feel like it's a vacation every time they come home. Wine country lifestyle and easy access to the city, you just can't beat that. You can build your dream home on a vineyard and still make it to a Giants game on a Tuesday night. So there you have it. Mark my word, Livermore will not stay California's best kept secret for long. Smart buyers, wine lovers, and families are moving from all over the place out to Livermore. And they're discovering what the locals here have known for generations. It's a special place that combines the best of California wine with a real community and reasonable prices. So whether you're thinking about a weekend home or planning to move here permanently, I'm Amanda Elhassan, your local real estate expert, and I've been helping families make the move to Livermore for over a decade now. Don't forget to follow along, hit the subscribe button for more videos on why Livermore is so special.